What's up, everybody? It's your boy Benny Frank the King, and I'm here with a discussion video. I want to talk about Kanye West leaving Nike for Adidas. I feel like this is going to bite Nike in the butt big time. I feel like Adidas is really going to spike up and become a leading brand as far as they're already a leading brand in the industry and all. But I feel like this could really spike them up to passing up Nike and really doing damage in the sneaker market as far as people wanting to line up for their releases and stuff for this new Yeezy brand venture that they want to do with Kanye West. I feel like Nike really let their ego get to them as far as letting Kanye West go. They're still going to be afloat as a leading brand and all, but I feel this is really going to spike up Adidas. Like, if you just look at what they've done with the Jeremy Scott line, they've made a lot of noise with his stuff. Yeah, but not all his stuff sells out. But as far as the line, a lot of sneakerheads enjoy his stuff that he releases, and a lot of sneakerheads worldwide enjoy his stuff. And Adidas is a worldwide brand. Nike is a worldwide brand, but Adidas is more popular worldwide than Nike. Nike's more popular in America, and Adidas is more popular worldwide because they pretty much hold it down with soccer, and soccer is a worldwide sport, and everybody loves soccer worldwide except for in America. That's just the way it is. But like, if you look at what they did with Jeremy Scott's line, it's a love-hate thing, but there's still a lot of sneakerheads that like his stuff. And sneakers nowadays are gearing towards more of a fashion style than a performance. When most shoes back in the day, sneakers they got for a performance because they wanted to get a basketball shoe because they're going to play basketball in them. Many years ago, the 50s and 60s, people would just wear sneakers for gym class or because they were playing an actual sport, not necessarily for a fashion statement. It didn't really happen until like the 70s and the 80s where people just really started wearing sneakers than just like regular dress shoes and stuff. So sneakers have taken a different approach as far as like being more lifestyle shoes than anything. And so they gear more towards a fashion style, and most sneakerheads, they don't even play basketball in their shoes, and most of the shoes that sneakerheads are wearing and stuff are basketball shoes. So it just shows like how the industry is in a totally different lane. For example, the retros, they come in different styles and different crazy colors and different prints and materials to cater to that market, to fashion, more than performance of playing a sport and stuff. Even the LeBrons, the KDs, and the Kobes, they have so many different colorways besides the traditional team colors. Like they did with Jordan, they would just come out in the Bulls colorway and maybe one lifestyle colorway. But now, not only do the KDs, Kobes, and LeBrons release in different lifestyle colorways and prints and materials, they also have started coming out with lifestyle versions of the KD 7s and the LeBron 10s and the LeBron 11s and the Kobe 8s. They came out with lifestyle versions geared for people that just wear sneakers just to wear and not actually play basketball in or a sport. For example, back in the day, people wanted to wear shoes based off of the player that was playing in them. Where nowadays, people are just buying shoes just based in a celebrity that's wearing them, or because they like the shoe, not necessarily because of the player and plays for their home team or whatever. You got people that wear LeBrons and buy LeBrons that don't even like LeBron as a player, but they like his shoe, and it's because of the hype and it's for fashion. And now you have brands, for example, like Supra and Creative Rex and different types of lifestyle sneaker brands that just focus on the lifestyle side of sneakers and just making shoes not necessarily for sports, but just for leisure and of just just to wear, just to look fly, look fresh. And that's what sneakers are all about now, not mostly about actually performing and playing basketball in. Because most of you watching this, when was the last time you actually played basketball in a pair of J's? Like, or know somebody that wears J's and collects J's that played basketball in them, or that collects LeBrons and KDs and actually has played basketball in them. So now you have these brands like Super and Creative Rex, which I think Adidas and Kanye West are really going to try to conquer those lanes and conquer that lane, where Nike's trying to come out with lifestyle shoes with the LeBron, lifestyle shoes with the KD, and lifestyle versions of like the Kobe's, because they know that's what everyone's geared towards. They wear the retro Jordans for fashion. Not saying that those brands have surpassed Nike or Adidas in any way, but they have made an influence in the market of sneakers and fashion, and they've opened up a new lane, which I feel, like I said again, Kanye and Adidas hope to conquer. So this thing with Kanye and Adidas is the future, because sneakerheads nowadays buy shoes for the style of shoes, the hype, the fashion, more than what they did years ago. And also, most, but not all people wear stuff, back to what I was saying, because they see a celebrity wearing them. You know, some of you guys may disagree that you don't wear it because you rock what you like and not because of the hype and everything. But you know, you see these sneaker blogs. Why do you think they put up these celebrities and photos of their kicks and stuff, seeing what they're rocking? Because there's people that are influenced by celebrities and music artists and stuff of what they're wearing and what their fashion is. So they do have a influence on the public as far as fashion and what sneakers they're wearing, more than the actual players playing in the shoes do nowadays. So with all that being said, I feel that Nike and Adidas have something going where they're going to create a lifestyle type brand at Adidas that's really going to conquer the sneaker world and make some noise. It may even spike up Adidas to pass up Nike, because a lot of people have been upset with Nike with recent years as far as their releases go, and them not putting out enough product as far as like their Jordan retros and all that stuff, which I'm going to talk about Jordan real soon. But to my point, I feel like Nike passed up and they let their ego get the best of them. Yeah, I laugh and agree with the fact that Kanye West didn't make retros hit hot because they were heavily retroing shoes before he had that type of influence. But I'm not ignorant to the fact that he does have an influential role with fashion and Jordan retros in recent years. Also with his very own shoe, the Yeezy, you could see that Jay-Z alone is a major example of the influence he brings to the table. Because in recent years, you can't say that Jay-Z hasn't took influence in Kanye's entire fashion style from the Yeezys and more, as well as all the other artists Jay and Kanye influence in their industry. You got Wale, you got Big Sean, you got J. Cole, you got these dudes all wearing the Yeezys, and you know, so it wouldn't take much for Kanye to like put all these dudes on for the Adidas Yeezy brand, and they'd all be wearing it and everybody would be wanting it. That organic marketing tool alone is worth millions of dollars that Nike has lost out on. I feel it's a power move for Adidas, and I think they're going to do a really good job, and I'm excited to see what they do with this Yeezy brand, because I feel like Adidas has really been coming hard with their Adidas Originals campaign. They've been doing a lot of stuff. They got the Stan Smiths coming back, and I feel like it's going to be a big hit with the Yeezy brand. But talking about going back with Nike and Jordan, I just heard that Drake said that he's been signed with Jordan brand as he's part of the Jordan family. Not really sure what that means, but if it means that he's going to be like sponsored by them and he's going to be having his own Jordans and stuff, I feel like it's a lame move by Nike. And then it's just them kind of taking a stab at Kanye, saying that, you know, we could just get any other rapper and put him under one of our brands, and that's it. But then again, they're not really giving Drake that much of leverage, because if you look at all the people that are signed to Jordan brand, the athletes, you got Chris Paul, you got Carmelo, like what have their shoes done under Jordan brand? Nothing. Like they don't really hype the Blake Griffins and all that. They don't hype up. Like they're not selling out. You know, like anybody that Jordan has ever signed under Jordan brand, Nike has ever signed under Jordan brand has never exceeded the actual Jordan, the Jordan models or anything like that. Like they always sit on shelves and don't ever make any noise. Like the only shoe that I really remember making noise was like the first and the second Carmelos, but it's because they were play-ons of Jordan retros, you know, the 1.5s and the 5.5s and whatever. But so this move with Jordan and Drake, I just feel like it's just a big slap in the face, and it's just stupid. It's not gonna amount to anything. It's not gonna keep their brand afloat by doing that, because none of the athletes really keep the brand afloat as far as Jordan brand goes. Jordan brand is just kind of staying afloat because of their retros, because of Jordan, Michael Jordan. His legacy is what keeps Jordan brand alive, and I feel like that's what actually keeps Nike alive, because that's what spiked Nike in the first place, was Jordan, was somebody that had influence on the public eye, because not only what he was just wearing, but it was what he was doing on the court that made people want to have his shoes. And I feel like the whole sneaker fashion world is in a whole different state, because that's pretty much what spiked people to wear sneakers more than actual regular shoes. Before, in the 50s and the 60s and before that, people only wore sneakers to play basketball in, or to play tennis in, or to play a sport in. Most people wore regular shoes, like dress shoes or whatever you call it, but nobody was wearing like sneakers like they are today, where everybody wears sneakers all the time, and it's a whole fashion thing, and people are wearing shoes not just to play sports in, but they've been wearing shoes for decades now just for a fashion statement. And Nike doesn't really have that influencer, as far as like a person that influences the public to want to wear a shoe like Jordan. Like, it's pretty much done. They don't have anybody on their line besides LeBron and Kobe. I'll give them that, but you know, I don't really think they really have that type of influence that Kanye West has. He brings a whole different element because he's focused on the fashion point aspect of it, and he has the influence of having all these other people rocking his line. So I feel it's a big mistake by Nike, and it's slipped right under their nose, and it's gonna bite them in the butt. And the only thing that they have riding on is Jordan brand, and Jordan brand's kind of going down. Like right now, it's at its peak, its most popular, and it'll only stay afloat because of the legacy of the great Michael Jordan. But as far as shoes go and whatever, there hasn't really been any crazy models sneakers that Nike itself has put out that's made everyone, you know, line up and stuff. Besides, you know, the LeBrons and the Kobe's and KD's, the special edition stuff. But it's not making everybody go crazy. And people are getting tired of Nike with the way they do their releases, and the way they're so egotistical with how many pairs they release and hyping stuff up, and their business. You know, I get that, but a lot of people get tired of that, and they just want something that they can have, and I feel like that's what Yeezy and Adidas are gonna do. Kanye West said that he wants to design jerseys for his basketball team. Well, I think Adidas is a great start, because Adidas actually, they sponsor the NBA. They're the ones that do the jerseys for the NBA, so I could easily see that happening, where Kanye does a jersey for his high school basketball team, and maybe leading on maybe to the NBA and designing a basketball jersey different than the normal basketball jersey. So those are just my thoughts on Kanye and Adidas and Nike and Jordan Brand and Drake. So go ahead and drop your comments below. I know it was a long video, a lot of blah blah blah, but I just had to vent my thoughts out. It's been a minute since I put out a video, so shout out to all my subscribers, all the people that stay watching my videos even though I haven't made a video in a long time. But this is it. Alright, peace.